Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Julie with Bookshelf by Julie. Okay, today is the next in our beginner basics on making a journal. There's a lot of ways to put a signature in or to put pages into a journal. And today I'm going to be talking about a ring bound, wire bound, something like that kind of situation. Okay, so let me move this out of the way. You're going to need something to punch a hole. If you have one of these, if you don't, just a regular quarter inch hole punch that punches one hole is fine. This one has the little one and the big one. That's what I call them. They're you know, yeah, I think it's a 1/16 and a quarter. So anyways, that's really nice to have. I used that a lot before I got my no, it's a 1/8 is what it says right there. So okay, anyways, it's a little one and a big one. I used this a lot before I got my this. Now I use this one a lot, a whole lot. It punches the holes, but it also sets eyelets. So you've got the big one. I hope you can see that. And then you've got, you know, however you adjust it, it's going to do what you tell it to do. Then you've got the little one, and it's got a lot of space in here, so you can put a lot of pages, and that thing will punch it. It really, this is a, look, I like my gadgets. This thing is really awesome. I like this one better than this one, but this one's cheaper. This one, I waited till it went on sale. I think it was 40 something, 44 or something. You don't find them at that price very often, so I'm just saying that if you want one of these, I would suggest going onto Amazon and finding it and putting it in your wish list, and then just watch and see when it drops down, because eventually it might. I don't know. We've had a lot of shortages and price weirdness and stuff, so I don't know. But this one will do just fine, or just one that you can punch one hole at a time with, okay? I do like my gadgets. I'm just saying. I've had those for a while. Okay, now this one is a 3-hole punch, which is really handy. Don't diss the old school stuff. This one is a 6-hole punch. I use this one a lot, and I'll show you why in a minute. Get out of the way. Okay, so, and another thing, this is something I've been experimenting with. You can use, this is a faux leather piece, and I'm working on an idea, okay? But you can use these. You just, I mean, they're really simple. You just open them and put them through your hole that you punched, and, you know, there you go. That's pretty simple and easy. And you can put as many pages in there as you want to put. They make these in all different sizes, from this little one to just big ones. So you can just do whatever you want to do with that. That one's kind of a fun, interesting little thing. Okay, so get some of my stuff out that probably would not be interesting to see. Okay, this is a excuse me. This is a 6-hole system. Now this you can get on Amazon. Lots of different colors you can get them. They're called planner covers or something like that. I think it was like $9.99. This thing has lasted so long you wouldn't believe. So anyways, it's got the rings in there that you can put in there, and you can put as much paper in there as you want and just keep refilling it. That's what I love about this. Now that's what I use this for. And when I said I use this a lot, I use it a lot for this. This one, I guess I'm just telling you things and prices today. This one was, I think, $17.99. It's a little powerhouse. I've used it and used it and used it and used it, and it's worked great. You can adjust your hole punch in there. It's got the mechanism over here where you can move these and put them where you want them. I like that part of it because then you can use it for anything you want. And it's also got this up here, which, well, am I supposed to show you instead of talk about it all the time, huh? So when you're using a hole punch, always make a test punch to make sure everything's in the right place, because if not, if you're anything like me, you'll growl at yourself later. So this one, I've punched my test punch to make sure it's still where I wanted it to be. And you just stick it in here. Excuse me, I'm getting in my own way now. Okay. Now, you just stick it in here, and what I'm talking about with this guide, it helps you keep your paper in place. You put that where you want it. If you want it down further or out further, it'll do lots of different sizes, okay? So you put it in there, hold it snug. That's another thing about punching holes. Always hold them snug into the whatever you're using, and then just push, and these were already punched, so there you go. So pretty simple. What I do with this, and I've got me some little tabs here that I'm going to use to mark places, you know. It's a thing, right? So I do about, I think there's 3 pages here. Stack them really good and neat and tight. You want them straight on this side. Even if they're not straight over here, you want them straight over here. So you stick them in there and hold them snug. You really do have to snug it in no matter what kind of hole punch you're using. You want to do that. And then see how easy this is. Okay, so there you go. I've got loads and loads of paper to work with, and yes, I've already been using this because I've been using this for a long time. I'm in the process of, this was my refill. And I'm gonna stick these in here because what I'm gonna do is I'll take these and mark the pages I'm working on. You know how to put a tab in, so I'm not gonna go into showing you that, but you can put these on whatever page you're working on, and then, you know, you can find your place real quick. I never start at the front. I guess I'm weird. I don't know. I never start at the front. Generally, I'm going to start at the back and start filling in back here with what I'm working on. See what I'm saying? So that's where I'll put my tabs to keep up with what I'm doing. Okay, so that one is done-ish. Okay. This little thing, really cool. Now, if you're not going to use it a lot, don't go get it. None of these things. If you have a use for them, then yeah, by all means, go get them and have fun with them. Use them a lot. If you're not going to use them a lot, though, I wouldn't spend the money on them until you have a real use for them. Everything's trying to fall on me. Craft a lunch. Okay, now this is just a regular notebook, okay? It's big old school notebook, okay? It's not covered in plastic, though. That's my main thing here. This one is covered in a linen, and you can get this on Amazon. It's not that expensive, just an old school notebook, but it's covered with a nice textured paper on the inside and linen on the outside. This is perfect for a journal. How easy can it get? You've got your 3 rings. I don't know if I can get them all in shot, but there's 3. Take my word for it. There's 3. So then you're just going to go to the old school clunker. And these are actually adjustable as well, but you know, why would you move them? You're just wanting 3 holes, right? And simply do that number. And you've got it ready to go in here. Excuse my reach. And you can put as many pages in here as you want. This is a really good way to practice your paper crafting. Good way to store ideas. You can decorate the heck out of this because it's linen. It's not plastic. So I wouldn't get the plastic coated ones because that would be defeating your purpose. It's hard to get things to stick to a plastic one, okay? All right. Now, I think I've covered everything except for this one. Now, this is my most pricey one, and like I said, if you don't have a use for it, don't get it. I use this all the time. I actually really do. I have a lot of use for this, so I am always using it. Now, do I get those big old wire things that you, look, it's got this thing in the back that you use to press those big wire things together? I don't do that. I do not. Those are expensive. Gosh, this was expensive. Now, if you have a use for it, then get it. If you don't, then nah, don't do it. This one, like I said, I use it all the time. I use it every week, at least 5 or 6 times a week. So this I use, so there you go. So it has these pegs up here, give you a little bit of a, you know, a starter thing on this. Excuse me. I put those out of my way because they were in my way. So this is really simple and easy to use. If you have a use for it, just saying. You can make all kinds of fun things with it. You can make little gifts. You can do all kinds of things. I do some volunteer work for a local church and charity, so I use this a lot. Anyways, so you can make little notebooks, and that's what we're going to do today. And I'll show you my cheater thing that I don't use those big wire things because, like I said, they're expensive. Okay, always do your test punch and decide. Once again, you push this up in there really, really snug and hold it still, okay? And then simply pull that down. And don't, you know, squash your hand. That's gotten me a lot. Okay, so on this one, I decided, well, I don't want that one. So what that one is the peg number 10. Can you see that? Let me see. Can you see the pegs? Okay, number 10 is the one I don't want. So I'm going to pull it out gently. You don't want to just jerk it out of there. And then you turn it over, test punch again, hold it in there really good. And then I've got it a little more even over here. Now you can pull out lots of them. You can mix and match. You can do whatever you want. This is the one I want it to do. So here you go. We're going to just do it right here. I've got 3. These are lightweight cardstock. So it says it'll do 20 pages of regular paper. It'll do a little bit more than that. Just saying. But it'll do 20 pages. Now you've got them just like I did on my test punch. That's the way I wanted it. So that's the way I got it. And then you line up your holes, right? Like so. You've got all your little holes lined up. Next part, remember to push your little peg back in because that's awkward when it doesn't work. Okay, so like I said, I don't use this to do the next part. So we're going to move it out of the way. I know I put one of those over here. Okay. This is what I use. You can get these little coils. 100 or 200 in a box. I mean, you can get a gob of them for super cheap. I don't think they're $20 a box. So anyways, you get these, give it a little bit of a stretch because they're a 4-to-1 ratio. And the cinch is a 2-to-1. But they work just fine. And I don't have a problem with doing that. So you want these to hold still while you're working on them, right? And then I just pull that out a little bit. Now they make these snazzy machines that'll shoot the coil right through there really quick and easy. I'm like, oh, those are cool, but boy, are they expensive. I like my gadgets, but dang, I can't do really expensive things because, you know, something else better might come out. I don't know. I'm weird that way. So this is really easy to do. You just twist the thing and stick it through there, okay? It's my cheater, easier way to do this than, let me get my pliers. You do have to have some of these. Excuse me. I've had these for ages. I'm an old crafter, so sorry. Can't apologize for that too much. I mean, you know. Then you want to turn this around just so that it doesn't, you know, go back through there. And you want to snip this off. Be careful doing that because it'll come back and flip you. And then you sit there and say, "Ow," because it hurts. But yeah, you just want to twist it around so that it doesn't go back through, okay? Then there you go. Cute little notebook. Awesome, awesome. Now you can put a pretty cover on it. This is just an example of, these are some of the papers from a kit that's coming out. Probably already out by the time you see this. And you've got a little notebook. It'll lay down flat. Super cute. And I like this method. It's not too bad. It works for me on a lot of different things. And what a cute little gift that would be, right? You could do it upside down. It goes either way. Okay, so that's my ring binding method. It's rings and coils and all kinds of punching this and that. I hope it's been some kind of a benefit to you guys. This one is easy, super simple. Just get what works for you. Don't spend money if you don't have to. If you're not going to use it, you know, there's that. There's all kinds of things to use to punch a hole or to bind things in. You've got this. It's just all kinds of old school notebooks. You've got, oh, where's my doohickey that I'm experimenting on? You can just make you a soft cover with these kind of rings, and that's not finished, but yeah, that. And you've got this little guy here. All kinds of things that you can do with something like this. If you want to just put a book together with just a lot of pages, they don't have to match. It doesn't have to be perfect, but these are fun. This is expensive. This is expensive. The other things are more or less would be in somebody's budget to save up for or whatever. And those little handheld 1/4-inch single hole punch, you can't go wrong with those. You can get those for like $4 or $5 and do this kind of binding method with that. So if that's something that you're interested in and you want to give it a try, start there. Super, super, super fun and easy. Excuse me, but I do like my gadgets, so I have to, you know, add to my supply list. These are fun. I use them, so I don't say, you know, I wasted money, because I do use them. I don't use this as much as I used to. I used to use it a gob, but since I got this one, this is my go-to, because wow, and it'll reach in so far. It just does so much, and you got more leverage on this. This one is all done with your hands, and sometimes your hands get tired of doing that. This, you've got more leverage. You can put both hands on there and push that down. When you're setting an eyelet, sometimes I do that. Okay, so I'm not going to keep rambling on. These are just different things you can do to do a ring binding or coil binding journal, if you so wish to do one like that. I think they're cool and fun and functional. I use that little one that I use this with. I use it all the time, every day. So yeah. Anyways, this is it. Have fun with it. Find creative ways to do what you want to do and practice what you want to practice. Okay? Okay. So, oh yeah, I have to tell you about the draw. I don't want to forget. If you make a comment down below any of my videos, you get automatically put into the drawing for a free digital journal kit. Any journal kit that's in my Etsy shop, I'll send you the files to if you win the drawing. It doesn't matter how many times you make a comment. You can make another comment, you're in the drawing again. Okay? Yeah, so there you go. You guys take care. Have fun. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. TTFN.